And then in terms of like the lean, I mean, it's becoming kind of addictive. We're really starting to see the benefits. That, you know, I did the staff reviews and was asking kind of, you know, how they were finding things going. And one of the guys said, you know, it's just, the workshop's just nice to be around and to use. Not a pain. It's not a pain. You know, there's no, all of the pain in the arse things that used to kind of bug them about it are kind of being steadily kind of just chalked off, and good to hear. But like, yeah, it feels like, I think we've gone from a sort of a situation of feeling like we're in a tunnel to feeling like we're in a tunnel and you can see the light
Yes.
at the end of it. Like, I can see us getting to a point where before we started, we would consider that finished. And I now understand that that's probably not what the end result is. I think it stops people feeling nervous about it because you do the thing, and then it's a good way to explain thinking about why we're doing it and what lean can offer a business like this. So basically, you know, you might get some pushback from staff, you know, initially when they're nervous or they think it's just kind of another like top-down management thing. What's Howard got into now? You can see like actually that was a really good idea, and it's linked, and you know, you can explain, you know, with the lines, for example, you can explain waste of space and lots of different forms of waste using that one thing, and same with the trolleys. So basically it's a good way of explaining it in a tangible way and being able to see what the benefits were early on, which I think helps buy in. I think in terms of time, our own time management, we're doing a lot better on it. And in terms of estimating how long things are going to take in the workshop, we are light years ahead of where we were. We've been collecting data and now we're applying it to quotes so that when we say this is how much it's going to cost, it's actually quite accurate, probably within 5%.
Yeah, awesome.
It's interesting because it's gone from being kind of like sort of how long is a piece of string, or this should take this long, but it never does. And then it's gone from that to kind of like, we sort of feel like our previous estimates have been about this much out, maybe 20% out. So then we sort of think, okay, well, I don't want to just add 20%, I want to know. And then we're basically starting to kind of apply that. And now we're at a stage where we're basically, if the job goes perfect, it is on time, exactly on what we anticipated.
Right.
So now what we're dealing with is basically just things that haven't gone perfectly. So, and then we can basically start clamping down on tracking the defects and correcting them as we go. I feel like we're really getting on top of that over time. I think that it's a bit like going to a gym or personal trainer or fitness or whatever. Like, it's not going to be comfortable to begin with, but after a certain amount of time, I think definitely after 3 months, but maybe more after 6 months, we're getting to a stage where it's enjoyable because we've already seen the results. It's started to kind of give us back time that we've actually carved that time out of the week now.
Yeah.
Where it's not a burden to spend an hour a week each on lean, because we've saved that time back from what we're doing, and the numbers have fed into our time plan, so we know that job is taking 40 hours, but we also have to add another however many for the staff leave, sickness, lean, all those things. Basically, if you're 100% of your time is not 100% working on woodwork, it's 60%.
Yes.
And that gets fed into the cost and time plans. So we know that it doesn't feel like we're kind of taking time out of our schedule to do this stuff anymore. We've earned that time. And in terms of the lean things, I can tell you the two things that have had the most instant impact were putting the floor tape down. I just didn't think, I honestly went through that because you were badgering us to do it. I really didn't think it was going to make a difference at all. But having a line between, you can basically, when something's finished, it goes in that box. It has made a huge difference, because basically it's basically stopped things being in the way, and it's so quick, and it would literally, if anyone's using new, I would basically say just do that. If I could have said, look, we'll be at this stage in a year, I'd have shaken your hand off. Do you know what I mean? I would be really pleased with that.